Hi folks, it's Evo here from Thundermist Lure Company. Always great to see you, and welcome to today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. We've got the boatless angler with us, and what we don't have are worms. And we want to do some trolling for walleye, so we're going to try artificials. So what do you have on a Viper Spoon?
Got an SP1 silver Viper Spoon with a dark shadow schoolie on it.
The Skoolie Minnow, the shad type bait. The SP1 has got two hooks, one smaller, one a little bigger on the back, so you're going to run that.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to run a worm. I brought a bunch of worms. This one looks more natural, so I'm going to try running that one. And I'm running the SP2 size Viper Spoon, which is a little longer, has three hooks. It'll take a longer bait very, very nicely. And the way I'm going to rig it, this is the green mackerel color. I'm going to poke it through. I want to keep it as vertical, or in this case when it's trolling, as horizontal as possible. Nice streamlined presentation. So just take a look at where it falls through and then poke it through there. There we go. Perfect. Hey, so it's not the real deal, but hopefully it will produce some bites. So the rig I'm running, this is a pre-tied T-turn bait rig number 20R. All you got to do is snap on your sinker and snap on your lure and you're good to go. And this is going to do some bottom bounce trolling. And I have the cattail sinker here, which is designed to walk over top of rocks and structure with that wire. It just walks right over top and keeps me out of tangles or out of snags, which is great. Actually, that's some nice little action there with that artificial. I don't know if you can see that or not. It might be hard to see. But the spoon is flashing and fluttering, and we got a nice little action with that artificial worm on the back. Okay, so let me drop it down. We're going to drop this right to the bottom, and we're also going to run a couple of jet divers as well. So you have a 30-foot diver,
30-foot diver,
and I have a 40-foot diver. So you just closed my tackle box.
Oh, sorry.
I want to get another worm, so maybe I should do a different worm, right? So. Oh, look, this one's kind of neat. It's kind of orange and brown. Kind of almost a perch pattern. You know what? I'm going to go with that one. We're going to try it. So I have one that's a little more natural, and then this one, kind of orange and brown. I'll rig that on there, and this one's going to go on the diver, and this diver's going to dive. Actually, I'm going to leave it loose. I'm not even going to put it on the third hook. I'll leave it just like that. All right? And on this one, I got a gold Viper Spoon on this top one, so completely gold. So we're going to get this guy, and it's going to dive 40 feet. So we'll get it out there. We're trolling right now at 1.8 mile an hour. We got the electric motor in, and I'm going to use the big motor as a rudder to keep us in the right direction. So I'm going to let this, a lot of line out there. And what do you got on? You're going to use a worm?
Nope, I'm going to use the broken smelt.
Ah, okay, something totally different.
Totally different.
So you have a 30-foot diver, and then that's going to dive too because it's got a nice big lip on it. Okay, so you got
the goal
the.
is to get down at least 40 feet.
Now you have the silver blue American smelt. That's what you brought, eh?
That's all I have.
That's all you have. Now, personally, Antonio, I like that color more on Lake Ontario than I do Lake Erie. On Lake Erie, I would definitely go with like the silver purple, which is really good, or the gold is a great color as well on Lake Erie. But I really like that silver purple on Lake Erie, for sure.
Well, maybe I'll change your mind here.
You might. Okay, we'll see how it goes. You never know. You don't know if you don't try, right?
Exactly.
It's just like fishing, like I say to Bill all the time. You don't know if you don't go. You need to get out there and see if the fish are biting. Because you ask somebody, and that was yesterday. Every day's a different day. So, just make sure this guy is on the bottom. So it's going to be very interesting to see if these artificial worms produce. The real worms, the real night crawlers, on a Viper Spoon, you can't beat it. But if you don't have them, let's see what Plan B produces. So I'm still letting line out here. That's probably enough. I'll let that one start diving to 40 feet. So we have 40 feet, and we're on the bottom. We don't know what you have because you have a 30-foot and another diver on there with the American smelt. So you might be 40 feet down.
Yeah.
Same? Yeah? Okay. And then you have one on the bottom.
Yep.
All right. So we have a variety of different baits. A variety of different depths. Let's see what happens. Stay tuned, folks. Okay, that's hilarious, Antonio.
Fish on.
Fish on is right.
That schoolie worked.
You got the Skoolie Minnow on, which is more of a shad style bait, whereas I've got the worm style bait, which is a little different. But it's funny because he didn't like the action of the American Spelt on that diver. You had like 2 diving actions, and he just took the American Smelt line out of the water, and then his rod went. There you go, and that's your favorite color, the dark shadow, eh?
Dark shadow always produces.
We use those Skoolie Minnows on flexi jigs all the time for walleye and bass, but this is the first time using it on a Viper Spoon. I don't know if this is getting a bite here. Well, that's a nice walleye, Antonio.
There it is.
Hey?
Beauty.
And that Skoolie, he took the Skoolie. Little shad type imitating bait, eh?
It's good fish too.
It is a nice walleye. Here, I'll take a quick photo of you.
Thanks.
Quick photo. Ready? Photo op for the boatless angler, and gotcha. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's off to a good start. So we know the shad type artificials work. I want to see if the worm style works. And this is good to know because, you know, if you're ever out and you have worms and you run out of worms for whatever reason, it's nice to know that artificial gives you another option. And on the back of the Viper Spoon, you have the flash and flutter action of the spoon, and then you have the action of your trailing bait. And that Skoolie Minnow is scented. And I think this worm I put on is scented. The other worm that is orange and brown, I don't know if that one's scented. But I was just going to say, if you have a scented plastic bait, that's obviously better to use to trigger more bites as well. Okay, so, well, that didn't take long.
Nope.
So the Skoolie has struck. We'll see, what are you going to put on your other line now? Put a Viper Spoon on?
A Viper Spoon and maybe a different color Skoolie. I'll try that.
Okay. You want maybe a white, silver white, smoky silver? What do you want? You want
blue.
Silver, the blue. Okay, deep blue. I just said blue is better on Lake Ontario.
I want to prove you wrong.
Okay.
That's the point.
I think I brought some blue. Go for it. Go for it. What color Viper are you going to put on?
I don't know yet.
You got a bleeding pearl chartreuse? There's one right there, bleeding pearl.
All right.
Bucktail model. There you go.
Got all the flash.
Yeah, all the flash, all the flutter you want. Minnow has struck again, eh?
Definitely has.
Wow, the shad kind of bait.
Dark shadow.
Wow. I'm doing something different with mine.
What are you doing?
Well, I brought in my artificial worm that I had, that orange and brown one, and I left the third hook bare. So I'm going to I brought some eye drops with me, the Thundermist eye drops, and I'm going to put a nice eye drop on that back hook as an extra attractor, just like that. And then I'll put it back in. But right now we got to wait for Antonio to land that fish.
Feels like another good one.
Well, you know, I mean, we're using worms, and even when we use real worms, using night crawlers, but you know, shad kind of baits, that's what they're eating, right?
Yeah, of course.
So it kind of makes sense. Well, I didn't take long either.
No.
This is really good to know, folks, that the artificials are an option. My go-to, of course, would be a nice, real, juicy night crawler. But if you're stuck, why not go artificial? Maybe you won't catch as many, but I don't know. Looks like to me they're working.
Pretty good so far.
That's a nice walleye. That's a real good one.
The beauty is I can just send it right back down without rebaiting.
No, I got a bunch of stuff caught on this. I don't know what's in there, but let's get this guy. Let's get him landed. There you go. Nice walleye. Beautiful walleye. That's just a great size there, eh? Nice eating size. Did I see a bite on mine?
Beauty.
That's a real nice
Nice
walleye. Real nice walleye.
Okay, let Let 'em go.
Beauty. Well, we know the Skoolie Minnow is working. I'll give the worms a little more of an opportunity, and I want to get this line in with my new concoction with the eye drop and see if that produces. But what did you put on your other, what are you going to put on your other rod?
Another Skoolie with the blue.
Oh, you put the blue on, that's right, okay. All right, well, let's keep, we should probably turn around and go back that way.
Sure.
Let's do that.
Schoolies are hot.
This is a good experiment. The worms, the artificial worms are not producing, but that Skoolie Minnow is definitely on. That's 3 in a row on that Skoolie. And what cover Viper Spoon you got colored?
Straight silver.
Straight silver. Yeah. So silver Viper Spoon with dark shadow Skoolie Minnow. And it is producing. So I think I need to take the worm off and put a dark shadow or a Skoolie on it.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily dark shadow. I could go with a different color, but on the other hand, maybe why change colors when you know what's working?
There's one all over. This is not a
walleye?
possible.
Walleye. Got on my. There we go. Yep. Nice walleye.
Okay.
Small walleye. There you go. Skoolie Minnow is hot.
Beautiful.
I am really surprised. I thought the worm would have outdid the shad type bait, but it's complete opposite. They really want that. They want that Skoolie. Nice little walleye. Just a nice little hook set too. Hey?
Little guy.
Yeah, that's good to see. Very nice to see those smaller fish. Now the Viper Spoon you're running is an SP1.
Correct.
So the one he has got 2 hooks, which is more accommodating because that Skoolie Minnow is smaller as compared to the SP3 that has 3 hooks, which is better for like a longer bait. But I think I'm going to switch over.
Well, why not? Right?
Well, on one hand, I want to see if the worms work, the artificial worms, on one hand. On the other hand, I'd like to catch some fish. All right, I'm changing up to the Skoolie. We got the dark shadow going. Nice scented bait. So I switched up to an SP1 and I went with the silver, same as Antonio. So it only has the 2 hooks. Did you put it through both hooks, Antonio?
Yep.
Both, okay. So 1 hook there, take a look at where it's going to come out, right there. Poke it through. Nice, and we'll get that little thumper tail going on the back side of there. So that's obviously working. All right. So I'm going to get mine in and see now if it makes a difference. And that other one, I'm really totally surprised that didn't trigger a bite. Now, was it just coincidence? I don't know. But if they're on the shad style bait, then you go with the Skoolie, then you go with the Skoolie. All right, we're down, we're in. I'm still leaving the worm on the top.
Okay.
Okay, I'm leaving that one just because. But this one, I'm gonna go with this Skoolie. It's working for you. 3 fish later.
Time to change.
Yeah, you don't need to convince me. Okay, we'll put this guy away. Well, Antonio, that Viper Spoon Skoolie Minnow combo is hot.
It is more than hot. It's on fire.
I think we just found another use for those Skoolie Minnows. Not only are they great on a flexi jig for jigging, but if you don't have worms, the walleye seem to love them. Line here. Now you're also bottom bouncing, but you're not on the bottom.
I'm probably 10 feet off the bottom.
Yeah, you're a little. He's fishing off the bottom. I'm fishing right on the bottom. So those fish could be a little bit suspended. Yeah, this one might be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Wow, these Skoolie Minnow Viper Spoon combo is literally on fire out here. Now, is it the color? I don't know. I know one thing though, we try different colors to see what's working. when you know it's working, you just stick with that one on that particular day, right?
Why not, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
And
that's a nicer fish.
it is a nice
You got a fish
oh,
on
I
that?
got one on the worm.
Get
Oh, I got one on here too. Sorry, Antonio.
All right. He's in the bag.
Oh, so this is the one. It's kind of funny. I think I might have showed you what I did. I had the back hook was bare, so I put a chartreuse eye drop on the back hook. And now that I've done that, I got a hit. Nice walleye.
Nice, eh?
Nice little chunk.
Maybe I'll keep them for a picture.
Okay,
You can do a double header picture?
sounds good. We'll do a picture. Assuming I land this one, Antonio, right?
You will. I have faith.
Put some water in that live well. Yes. So this one was that orangey brown kind of worm with the eye drop on the back. That was coincidence. I never got any hits on it before. I put the eye drop on and I got a hit. I love those eye drops, folks. They're a natural attractor, and they're scented. And we use them freshwater, saltwater. I use them for tipping. We use them as is. Where is this guy? Oh, I don't know. I crossed my line, I think, Antonio.
Really?
I think so. Unfortunately, I tried to keep him away from it, but it didn't work. Got him?
Got him.
Okay, we got to untangle that line and get this fish out. So it's a smaller fish. Look at this little fish suspended at 40 feet.
You wanted the eye drop.
He wanted the eye drop. That's what's in his mouth, is the eye drop. Okay, smaller fish. So you want to grab the net, Antonio, please?
Yeah, I got it.
It's gonna. Okay, we're gonna get him in here. We'll do a quick photo. Let's get this untangled real quick. So, let's see here. I hope I don't get a bite right now. Hope I don't get a bite right now. Wow, he swam right across that line. Okay, so there and there. I think I got it. One wrap. One wrap. Okay. No worse for wear right there, folks. No worse for wear. All right. So, yeah, this I think I might have showed you. If not, I'll show you again. So I just put the worm on the two hooks. I left the third hook bare so that this was more action. And I put that eye drop on that back hook. All right, so we're gonna get this diver back down there again. So it looks like the fish are a little more suspended right now because you're not fishing on the bottom. This was down 40 feet. And this one is right on the bottom. So I guess they're more suspended. But anyways, folks, I gotta tell you, it's unbelievable. No live bait. I can't believe it. I always come out here with live night crawlers, and I always wanted to test the theory if the artificial would work on the back of a Viper Spoon, and it looks like they do.
Of course. It's working for sure.
It's working good. Better for you.
Schoolie's hot. It always is. I have lots of confidence.
Well, you know what? I could put a schoolie on this too. I could do that. But for now, I've got it out. We're going to let it out. Ever since I put that eye drop on, it's been like magic. I'm catching up to you, Antonio. The eye drop bite is on.
It seems to be.
Well, I really like that as an attractor. I really, really do. Turn that live well on. Wow, he nailed it too. Give me a real nice bite. He really did. A couple of head shakes there. I don't know how big it is. They all seem to be a little bit on the smaller side, which is nothing wrong with that, that's for sure. But you can get some real big walleyes out here on Lake Erie. You get into a pod of bigger fish. Let's see if I can avoid getting tangled this time, but I keep them off to the side. Mind you, that last tangle was really nothing major. Oh, he's staying down there.
A little better fish, maybe?
Maybe, because usually with the divers, they come up to the top relatively quick. I don't know. Oh, no, more head shakes, more fighting going on here. Wow, wow. What's going on here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is it maybe not a walleye? Fighting, fighting. Oh, it's a nice walleye. Nice one.
It's a little better.
Yeah. See if we can get him landed. There we go. I mean, not much bigger, but a little bit bigger, eh?
Yeah, good fish.
Oh, it's bigger. And again, the eye drop hook in his mouth. But he also took my eye drop by the looks of it. Yep. Same as the last one. Eye drop hook in the mouth. Hey, that's a nicer fish right there. That's a real good walleye. I like it. All right, we're gonna get him back in. Whoa, see ya, buddy. Wow, that's 2 on that back hook with that eye drop. You got more eye drops? Give me that extra large size, yeah.
Is that what you had?
I don't know if I had an extra large or a large, but I like the extra large because for these fish on the back of this bigger hook. Let's put it right back on. And when you poke these in, however you use them, you don't go through the eyes, you go through the soft plastic part, and you leave the eyes exposed like that. Okay. Well, let's get this line back in there. And I gotta admit, the artificial bite between the eye drop and the schoolie
It's hot.
and the Viper spoons, we're on a roll here. Like on a roll. Crushing them, Antonio.
That's it's a proven method now.
It's proven for sure. That schoolie Viper spoon combo, but what I think you got to also the key is you're fishing it just off the bottom.
Yeah.
Not necessarily right on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
You're a little suspended. And I think that might be helping.
In the strike zone, that's for sure.
Oh, you're 100% in the strike zone. This is unbelievable fishing. It really, really is. Like, seriously.
It is.
Good one?
Yeah, very nice. Not huge.
Yeah, they're all about the same
size.
same year class, right? Except for that one small one I got earlier. A little smaller too.
You think?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Nice though. Nice healthy fish. And it's really good to see those smaller fish. Keep an eye on these rods because where there's one, there's more. Hey, that's a nice walleye.
One thing I like about the artificials is you don't have to change it up.
No.
You just throw it back in.
Same bait over and over. One bait. Nice walleye. Really nice walleye. Well, maybe I should raise this one up a bit. Now, I'm going to keep it on the bottom just because. I think we should just keep the camera running, Antonio.
I know. Drop it down, pick up a fish.
It gave you a good bite?
Yeah, you did. I think similar size of what we're getting.
Yeah, same size. Feels the same. I'm just going to keep us in direction here. We're 1.7 mile an hour is what we're doing for speed. Seems to be working.
Everything.
Now, Antonio and I were talking a little bit off camera there. The bites seem to be different on the artificials than they are with the worm, eh?
I think on the artificial, like you're just smashing it. When you compare to a worm, right? You get little peck bites, or they take the back of your worm, or
Right.
it's a little more subtle. Where these are just smashing it.
More aggressive hits. Okay, you gotta keep them in the middle, away from tangles. Unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Using artificials, who would have thought? Always come out here with worms. Mind you, I still think I would come. Although, I don't know. This is pretty good.
This is very good.
This is pretty good. The thing is, though, if they're, I just wonder if they're more subtle or finicky, or, you know, maybe today they're good and aggressive. I don't know. I guess you don't know if you don't try, right? So you got to try different things at different times and see what the situation brings.
This is a bigger fish.
Oh, that's a nicer walleye.
Yeah.
That's a nicer walleye. Bigger than the ones we've been getting.
Yeah. Huge, but
Nice though, very nice, beautiful. Wow, lively.
Head shakes.
Head shakes, lively, a little bit bigger. A little bit, not much.
Oh, he wanted that back.
Look bigger in the water, Antonio. Looks bigger in the water. Oh man.
Look at that. Just wanted it.
He wanted it bad. I like that Skoolie Minnow. Well, we use them all the time on the flexi jigs, right? When we're jigging for walleye, we use them all the time. So,
That's
good
what
idea.
made me want to put it on.
Yeah, that's a good idea on your part. A really good idea on your part. Nice. It is. They're all nice, eh? Fantastic. Okay, get your line back in there again, because that's the hot line. it was just a matter of time before the one right on the bottom hit. The Skoolie Minnow has struck for me, Antonio. And it feels like about the same as the other ones, I'm guessing.
Similar size.
Yeah, but he gave me a really nice bite. Like, really nice bite. Yeah, I'll leave this going. 1.6, 1.7 mile an hour. I was just going to slow it down a bit to land them, but we're just going to release them anyway. Oh, there's a hit. You're on. You're on. Folks, no worms required. No live worms required. Artificials. Unbelievable. Wow.
We worked on Lake Erie.
What you got on there?
Skoolie on this.
Oh, the blue Skoolie. That's right. Okay. Well, that's another nice color for walleye. I like that blue. Unbelievable.
You gotta make your own.
Yeah, no problem. He's right here. That's a nice walleye. They're all the same size. I wonder if I could just lift them in. Okay. Nice walleye right there. Really nice chunk. Beautiful, beautiful walleye. Okay, nice little hook set. There we go. No harm done. Whoa! Okay, he's gone. And I still have my bait. That's beautiful. One bait, that's all you need. You come out here with worms, you need a few dozen. You come out with artificials, oh, you need one. Crazy.
This guy's small.
Little guy? Okay. Keep my line away from you there. That's not that small.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he's small. He's not that small, but he's small. Wow, artificial bite is on today. Big time. Like huge. That came on the 30-foot diver?
30 feet.
30 feet. So these fish they're more suspended, right? What's that
Nice.
fish doing at 30 feet? I mean, seriously.
He's eating Skoolie.
He's eating Skoolie minnows. This is unbelievable. Oh, I just sat on the pliers. Okay. My line is already back in there, Antonio. Just going to make sure I'm on the bottom. I'm going to keep it on the bottom. Unbelievable. Oh, ever since I put that eye drop on, folks, the eye drop is now coming alive and on fire too. Unbelievable, Antonio.
You got one in the other rod.
Seriously?
Yeah, he just had a bite.
Oh no. Well, maybe he'll come back. I got the Skoolie on that one, right?
It's kind of good hit.
Oh no. Okay. Maybe he'll come back after it. Yeah, ever since I put that eye drop on, that's it. It's just been on fire. Good to know, right? Good to know. I'm keeping them off to the side here. Nice walleye. They're all again, they're all about the same year class, eh? And let's get them closer. I see my eye drop. At least this one didn't take my eye drop. The last one did, but the one before didn't. That's a nice walleye too. Is he on there?
No.
No? Oh, that's the only problem with fishing with two lines. Look at this. No kidding, folks. It's the Viper Spoon or the eye drop hook. It's the eye drop hook that they want. Unbelievable. Seriously. That eye drop is doing it right there. Hey? That's a nice little eater right there, but we're letting him go today. See you, buddy. Wow. And he nailed it too. I am definitely leaving that eye drop on. It's really something. No bites without that eye drop. I put the eye drop on. That's it. Bite after bite after bite. Gotta love that. All right. Gotta get that right back in the water again. I'll tell you what. Oh, we turned. I better wait and boat turn. Okay. I will not put my line in yet. Because if I do, it'll catch this line. We got to turn a bit. We came off course just a bit, eh? That's all right. But you know what, folks? If you haven't been out lately, by all means, get out there and get a line wet. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the company. Enjoy the fishing. What a stress-free thing to do is get out there on the water and have some fun. That's what we're doing today. I definitely got to get this eye drop line back in there with that Viper. And we're having ourselves a lot of fun out here today. And I don't even see any boats anyhow. We have the whole lake to ourselves. Doesn't get much better than that, eh?
Exactly.
Well, wherever you're tuning in from, folks, I want to thank you for spending time with us on today's episode of Thundermist Fishing Tips. And as always, folks, until next time, good luck and good fishing. We are literally on fire out here. Unbelievable.